Hi everyone, this is Anna. Today my topic is about fast-growing trees. The contents I'll be covering through includes the definition of fast-growing trees, the process of how they are made, and some of their pros and cons. Trees represent the most important natural resource used for the production of paper, fuel, and materials, and they are able to reduce the production of carbon dioxide. First of all, just like it means, fast-growing trees are the modified trees by genetic engineering that can grow faster than other trees. Recently, researchers found ways to boost tree stocks by using gene manipulation in order to increase the size and growth rate of trees. With the use of fast-growing trees, people can use materials made of wood more often, and the air quality will also get better too. Since I know that the plants could also be modified, I get interested in what effect will they bring to us if they are used in our normal life. First, I'm going to talk about the definition of GE. GE simply means genetic engineered plants, the DNA of which has been modified by using genetic engineering techniques. During this process, new traits are introduced to these plants, which does not occur naturally in species. The major reason that we need GE plants in our life is because the environmental issue. The global warming has become the major issue in recent few years. The human activity on deforesting for the past few decades has caused the increase of carbon dioxide and lead to the increase of global temperature. Temperature increase causes the sea level goes up and more frequent extreme weather in the past few years. Thick extreme weather will cause further decrease on the variety of the plants. This becomes a vicious circle for global environment. The GE plant can help the plant to survive in a harsh environment, which may help to end this vicious circle. From 1950 to 2009, we can see that the annual deforestation rate is increasing year by year. Although people stop converting tropical forests into farmlands, but the impacts of deforestation will continue to be felt. Therefore, I think planting GE trees is necessary, or otherwise the amount of trees will continue to decrease and people can do nothing about it. As you can see in the chart, the carbon dioxide really has strong connection with global warming. Before 1960, the carbon dioxide increase rate still within a relative moderate increasing rate. But after 1980, the carbon dioxide increase rate went up sharply, so did the global temperature. This is due to the rapidly increased industry activity in those undeveloped countries, which consume a lot of coal from forests. And so that we can make a connection of those two graphs. The global temperature, as the deforestation increases, the global temperature and carbon dioxide will also follow up. So what is genetic engineering? Genetic engineering is when a specific genetic code of an organism is altered and changed into a desired trait. This is done by changing a gene of one into another to get a new trait in result. To get more understanding of how this process works, let's first explain how DNA works. DNA acts like a recipe which codes for the body, and certain genes code for certain proteins, which make up all the parts of your body. After knowing what genes code for what trait, you can use genetic engineering to edit what you want. Because there's only 4 bases and sugar phosphate backbones which make up DNA. Scientists use special enzymes to cut the genes. A new result is that the DNA will then have a new gene and a new trait. Scientists have found a way to develop fast-growing trees by a process called gene cloning. First, just like we taught in class, a desired gene of an organism is isolated by restriction enzymes, which act like scissors. And then another restriction enzyme will cut through the plasmid. An enzyme known as ligase, which acts like a glue, will paste the gene into the plasmid. And when they are combined, the new plasmid is called recombinant plasmid. The recombinant plasmid injects into the bacteria through a process called transformation, which can be transformed by using electroporation. After the plasmid has been transformed, the bacteria with desired trait will be injected into a slow-growing plant. And and then the bacteria will be generating clones of the gene. Promoter is the region of DNA that initiates transcription of a particular gene, which is a switch that turns a gene on or off. The gene's promoter binds with RNA polymerase, and they encode for useful proteins. Usually it is located at 5' region of the sense strand of DNA. 35S promoter is a type of conservative promoter, causing high levels of gene expression in plants. As you can see, the 30S promoter locates on the plasmid. And another method scientists have found to make fast-growing trees is that they have identified two genes that are able to drive cell division in the stem and can override the normal growth pattern of the trees. This discovery paves the way for generating trees that can grow faster, which will contribute to meeting the need for increased biomass as a renewable resource of biofuels, chemicals, and materials. PX1 and COE control the growth of tree trunk. When they are overexpressed, they became more active than in their normal state. They grow twice as normal and were taller, wider, and have more leaves. There are plenty benefits that fast-growing trees can bring to us. One is that they improve air quality by consuming more carbon dioxide, and therefore more oxygen is produced. People can reverse deforestation by planting more jade trees in the forests, so we don't have to worry about when will the woods be used up. It can also increase productivity, create more amount of wood products, restore certain disease or damaged tree species. Planting jade trees will need added skills for planting. But after all, these trees may also have some disadvantages. First, they may reduce biodiversity. Harmful excessive trees can be passed on to future generations. That could cause negative health effects, including human, plants, and animals. Planting jade plants cannot compromise the quality of the ecosystem. Although jade plants may have some disadvantages, just as I've said before, but overall, I think fast-growing trees have more advantage. For instance, fast-growing trees can resist insects from eating them. They are able to adapt perfectly into their environment. They allow larger production and they contain more nutrients than before. And also, it is the best solution to resolve the environmental problems like global warming and deforestation. So I think the public should allow the production of fast-growing trees in our lives. And here are some sources I found and used in my research project. And thank you for your listening.